Everyone treats debt like it's the villain of their story. It's not. Debt is just a tool, a neutral one. Used right, it buys you a house before you've saved the full price, or funds an education that pays for itself 10 times over.
Used wrong, it becomes a leash. But even then, debt itself isn't what keeps people stuck for decades. Something else does.
The real enemy is the minimum payment. That tiny number your bank hands you every single month. It feels responsible. It feels like you're handling it. But it's actually one of the most quietly effective traps in modern finance. Here's the math nobody shows you. On a typical credit card balance, paying only the minimum means the vast majority of that payment goes straight to interest. You're not shrinking the debt, you're just renting more time with it. At that rate, a $5,000 balance can take over 20 years to pay off and cost you more in interest than the original amount you borrowed. 20 years for $5,000. And here's the part that stings. That's not an accident. Minimum payments are calculated to be just low enough that you can afford them without pain and just high enough that the bank keeps collecting interest for as long as possible. It's not a repayment plan, it's a subscription. A subscription to being almost okay forever. So why do people stay in debt for decades? It's rarely because they borrowed too much in the first place. It's because they never questioned the payment plan someone else designed for them. They set it, they forget it, and they call that responsible. Meanwhile, the balance barely moves year after year, and it starts to feel less like debt and more like weather. Just a permanent condition of life. The bank isn't rooting for you to get out of debt. That's not cruelty, that's just business. A customer in slow, steady debt is a good customer. Which means nobody is coming to fix this for you. No auto-pay setting, no bank app notification, no customer service rep is ever going to say, hey, you should be paying more than this. So here's the shift. The moment you stop paying the minimum and start attacking the actual balance, even by a small extra each month, everything changes. The math flips in your favor instead of the bank's. What would have taken 20 years can take 3 or 4. What would have cost you double can cost you a fraction of that. Yeah, debt isn't the enemy. It never was. The enemy is autopilot, the quiet, comfortable habit of assuming that number is you. Question the payment. That's how you actually get free.